Anita Taylor. It is what it is. It ain't what it ain't. It is what it is. It ain't what it ain't. Anita Taylor.
Mr. Contest Chair, fellow Toastmasters, and honored guests, have you ever discovered a bruise on your body and you couldn't remember how it got there? Me too. Imagine striking yourself with such force, causing the blood vessels under your skin to burst, and not remembering how it got there. But scars are different. I bet if you examined every scar on your body, you can tell in great detail how it got there. Because beneath every scar, there's a story. And emotional scars are no different. I can remember the 2 emotional scars in my life. The first was my divorce. I was a mother left with 2 children, 2 dogs, 2 cats, and too much debt. Out of frustration, I ran to my dad because I knew he would give me sound advice. After pouring my heart to him through an ocean of tears, I looked at my dad for advice, and this is what he said to me. "Little mama, it is what it is. It ain't what it ain't." I looked at him, I said, "What do you mean?" He said, "You'll have to figure that out for yourself." 15 years later, I experienced my second emotional scar. I was a city manager and I was fired. It was in every newspaper. It was very public. It was very humiliating. I felt like a complete failure. So what do? I go to the one person I knew would understand, my dad. As I poured my heart out to him, when I finished, he looked at me and he said, "Little mama, it is what it is. It ain't what it ain't." At that point, I had had it. I screamed, "Why do you keep saying that?" He leaned forward and he looked in my eyes and he said, "I remember years ago you came here after your divorce. I saw you go back and put pieces together. You got stronger. You got wiser. You became a better mother, a better person, and a better professional." He said, "Little mama, it is what it is. You were fired from your job, but it ain't what it ain't because it ain't over. It's a new start." A wise man once said, "What the caterpillar calls the end, the rest of the world calls a butterfly." And I began to realize that I was in really good company. Have you ever heard of Oprah Winfrey? Can you imagine? She was fired from her first television job. She was told she was not fit for television. How about Walt Disney of Disneyland and Disney World? He was fired from his job at the newspapers because he was told he lacked imagination and he had no good ideas. And how about the all-time basketball great Michael Jordan? This is what he said: "Over my career, I have missed 9,000 shots. I have lost nearly 300 games. 26 times I've been entrusted to make the game-winning shot, and I missed. I have failed over and over and over again in life. That's why I succeed." My dad was trying to help me realize that when we suffer a setback, we're so focused on what it is that we never pay attention to what it ain't. Let me share the irony of my firing with you. Okay, 25 years in government, I was fired. My dad told me it wasn't the end, it was time for something new. So I decided I'll try a new career. I attended a seminar called Professional Placement Network, and during that seminar, a facilitator said, you know, you should join Toastmasters to enhance your interviewing skills. I'd never heard of Toastmasters. Like most people, we thought it was a breakfast club. But I decided to visit Gelfand. I visited Gelfand and I joined. I started working through my manuals and attending and participating in competition. As I look back, I realize that I would not be standing before you today on this stage had I not been fired. Me, a failure? Oh, it ain't what it ain't. J.K. Rowling, the author of the Harry Potter series, said, "It is impossible to live without failing at something, unless you've lived your life so cautiously that you've never really lived at all. And if you've done that, you fail by default." She also said that failure is not fun. Believe me, I know it's not. But she said that when you emerge stronger and wiser above your circumstance, you gain knowledge that you are a survivor. I don't know what scars you may be nursing here today. In other words, I don't know what your is, but you better know what it ain't. And as you step forward into your destiny, I want you to do as my daddy said. Repeat with me. It is what it is. It ain't what it ain't. Mr. Contest Chair. Thank you.